Hi guys, it's Marissa from Little House Living. Today I wanted to show you my process of making strawberry lemonade and canning it. But first, starting this video, I had to make a big batch of waffles for the day because everybody was hungry, so that's how I started out my day today. And I ended up tripling the waffles so that I could put some in the freezer for later, because it always seems like such a big production to get out the waffle maker and have to clean it afterwards, but it's a very tasty result. So I start making the lemonade by washing up the strawberries, and you need 6 cups of strawberries to make the lemonade, and I measure that in strawberry puree, which you'll see me make here in just a minute, not the actual whole strawberries. So once you've got the strawberries clean, you just want to get the tops off, and this is a really good job for any little helpers that you have in your kitchen. Really easy for them to do and feel like they're big helpers. Now once we've got our strawberries cleaned, we just run them through the blender and puree them, because we need everything to be as smooth as possible for our lemonade. Next, we are going to juice the lemons. You definitely want to use fresh lemons for this recipe. It's just going to taste better and fresher when you put it together. So we'll need 4 cups of fresh squeezed lemon juice for this recipe, and also another really good job for a little helper, especially if you have an electric juicer like we do. So the amount of lemons that you'll need to make 4 cups of juice will vary, because some lemons are just juicier than others, but this took about 6 pounds of lemons to make 4 cups of juice. Now I don't add any sugar to my home canned products, but we are okay with adding honey. The original recipe on the Ball website uses 6 cups of sugar, but I add just 2 cups of honey instead, and we think it's plenty sweet. Once you've added the sugar or added the honey, you just cook it on the stove. You don't want it to boil, but you do want it to be heated through before you add it to your clean jars. Now I'm going to fill my jars, and we'll only want to leave about 1/4 an inch or just a little more of headspace at the top of the jar. And this recipe makes about 6 pints if you add the 2 cups of honey. It will probably make 7 if you add the sugar or a little bit more sweetener. So just like with all canning recipes, you want to clean the rims of the jars before you put any of the lids on, just to get any of the sticky residue that might have fallen off of them. So when you close your lids, you want to tighten them to fingertip tightness, which for me is just getting the lid on and one little extra push, and that has always worked really well. Now we're going to put them right in the boiling water bath canner. This recipe is high acid, so it can just go in the boiling water bath. I am at high altitude, so I need to cook these lemonade jars for 25 minutes, but the recipe starts at 15 minutes. I do have a full chart in the blog post that I will link in the description below. Now once they're done, you want to turn off the heat and take the lid off and let them sit for another 5 minutes before you take the jars out of the canner. Once you're ready to take the jars out, you can turn off the timer, and then I always take my jars out and put them on a cutting board that I have covered with some clean towels. This helps soak up any of the water and then helps them from staining up my countertop too. So to make your lemonade concentrate after you've canned it, you can add 1 part lemonade concentrate to 1 part water. Like I said, if you follow the Ball recipe, they actually add 1 part lemonade to 3 parts water, which we feel like would be extremely watered down. You can add regular water or you can add sparkling water. It just depends on what kind of treat you want. So my kids really love having this lemonade, and it is so perfect to have on a nice warm summer day, and they feel like it's such a special treat, and we just get to pull it right out of our pantry.
Thank you.
Once your jars have cooled down, and I would recommend waiting at least 24 hours, you can mark them, take the rims off, and then put them away wherever you store your jars. And that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope that you will subscribe and like so that I can keep on producing more content like this. Thanks for watching.